This is still lesson 1.1, points, lines, and planes, but we're going a little bit deeper, day 2 here. So I just wanted to first talk about being collinear, because we're going to get into being non-collinear today. And if it means to share a line to be collinear, so collinear means sharing a line. Non-collinear means they do not share a line. I'm going to put like 3 points that don't share a line. Just because yesterday our definition of being collinear was that, well, I guess our definition of a line means that you could draw a line through any 2 points possible, but that third point isn't necessarily going to be on that line. Excuse me. What does it mean for points to be coplanar? Obviously, if they're coplanar, they're all going to be on the same plane. Non-coplanar means kind of the same thing, but this one you'd have to have 4 points, because any 3 points can be coplanar. So 4 points, not on the same plane. Four points not on the same plane. All right, draw and label a figure for each relationship. So now we're doing some graphing here. Lines A, B, and C, D, and notice that they should have these over top, so I'm gonna just draw them in. It's really hard to format these things because it's so tough to find a program that you can have lines over the top, so I would encourage you to just draw those in. Lines A, B, and C, D intersect at point E. For A at -4, 3. So this would be A. And B is at 2, -1. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn B right there, just because I'm going to be drawing a line through it. So I'll go right there instead. A and B will look something like this. If I wanted to maintain this line, I can see my slope. It would go through these points right there. I'm not going to get into slopes right now, and I can't do a very good job of drawing this on an iPad, but I'm trying my best. That looks like our A-B line. It intersects at E, but C is 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's C. And D is -4, -2. That's D. Okay, I'm going to cross these. Something like that. Point G is coplanar with these points, but not collinear with AB or CD. So, oh, I forgot to put my intersection point at E. We said we were intersecting at E. And then point G is coplanar, but not collinear with them, which means point G would have to be not on either of those lines. G could be off on that point over there. I think we did a good job of drawing there. I forgot to put my arrows, so remember to do that for your D and C line. But other than that, if you can draw it better than me, I appreciate that. I'm on an iPad right now, so it's really tough to do. But a ruler could really help. And I don't know if your E crossed at the same point mine did. I think I did a good enough job. I think that's where it should cross, but I think that's all that wants us to do. Number 2. Use the figure to answer the questions below. How many planes appear in the figure? So when we're talking about planes, remember we need 3 points. for what I see, I'm going to try my best to shade these so maybe it can be seen a little bit easier. I'm seeing this all as one plane right here. I think we would call that plane M. But that I would consider to be a plane. So that's one. Another one that I see is the front side of this triangle. That's a flat surface, the front side of this triangle. So that's another one. I'm going to have to get a little bit thinner with my marker here to get these next ones. But my next one that I would see would be maybe... Ooh, actually I made a mistake. Would this be a different plane? This one on the bottom? The answer to that I would say would be no, because that is on the same plane that we already did in that reddish color. So actually, that's not a plane, or that's not a new plane. It is a plane, but it's not a new one. So this would be, though, that side of the triangle. And I think we've only got one more to show here. This one on this side. Those are all flat surfaces on this triangle. So, yeah, I think the answer to that would be 4. There are 4 planes. Name 3 points that are collinear. So I need 3 points on the same line. Let's see. There's only one case of this that I can tell. I'm actually going to erase all that so that I can highlight again. This line right here is the only one that I can tell that has 3 points on it. Maybe I'm wrong. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the only line. And I'm going to call that a line segment because it doesn't go on forever. But I see that they're on that same line segment, so I would call that line YZ. Line segment YZ. I didn't put arrows at the top either. All right, name the intersection of the plane XYZ and plane M. Well, when 2 planes intersect, I know that forms a line. So let's find that place. Find the place they intersect. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm trying to erase here. The intersection of plane XYZ. So this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. That means I'm talking about this front plane, the big one. We got to fill in the triangle that they make. This one right here. So that plane intersects with plane M, which is the big one. Remember on the bottom, I'm not going to fill it all in again. But where does it touch, this plane? Well, it touches all the way from X to Z. That line right there. So XZ is my final answer. Line XZ, or line segment XZ. At what point do PR and TZ intersect? Get my eraser. PR is right here. TZ. I will mention I don't really love that TZ right here has arrows on it because it doesn't look to me like that is really a line, unless they're just assuming that it does go on forever in the picture, but we just don't see it. But I don't really like that. I don't think that should be there. And it's asking at which point they intersect. PR and TZ. Huh. I don't see them intersecting. I don't know if that's a trick question. But if they were to extend... Oops. If they were to extend... Again, I'm having trouble drawing this, but... looks like they don't intersect until potentially they're out here. And even then, I don't know if that's going to intersect. So I'm going to put they do not intersect. I don't think they will. So, and if they do, I can't see it. So, I'm going to put they don't intersect. I guess if we're in class, I might change my mind or I might change this problem. But for right now, I don't see where they intersect unless I'm seeing something wrong. That looks like it's it. There is an assignment. I'll post the link. And yeah.